AIDS Day. I'm so happy and blessed and honored to be with you today. My name is Allan McClendon. I am the Minister of Hospitality at the First Baptist Church in Jamaica Plain. I represent a few different communities because, like this chain I'm wearing where you see the cross, this cross means the Ecclesia Ministries. That is the homeless community that I did an internship with for 2 years in the downtown community of Boston. And then I'm also a worship leader at Metropolitan Community Church of Boston. And so I am proud to be here to represent the people that, they feel their spirits are here, that we're here, we're survivors. We're long-term survivors. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. After the miserable hardship of child labor, working within the Illinois foster care system, I grew up on the south side of Chicago during the Civil Rights Movement. At the age of 25, I was rescued from a tragic house fire that was caused by arson back in 1987. On that chilly cold night in January, I received my HIV diagnosis from a nurse who told me when I woke up in the burn unit at a hospital operating room. I will always remember and never forget that frightening night in January. It started out so lovely. You see, the afternoon of the fire, I had invited over people for a housewarming party in my new apartment. There were co-workers and friends who arrived and brought me lots of food and gifts. We had a great time toasting my new home. But by the end of the evening, most of my guests had gone. There were only 2 men left who stayed behind to help me clean things up. Well, I was dating both men. But before I knew it, I found myself in the middle of a threesome. Oh my goodness. We enjoyed each other's time and pleasure. We kissed each other goodbye, and then they left me to soak in a bubble bath as I enjoyed my home alone. Well, I woke up at 2:30 in that morning, and then there was black smoke rising up through the floorboards. Having lost my home, my possessions, and I was newly cursed with what was once thought of to be a death sentence for a sissy. I truly believe that God was punishing me for being a sexually active gay man. For decades, my deep shame and despair were driven even further burdened by the loss and the grief of many loved ones due to their complications from HIV and AIDS. I stumbled and slid into depression, substance abuse, addiction, and reckless behavior, of which I eventually found recovery for in 1998. Later, I rediscovered my Christian faith and heritage. My faith in God had been inspired. It's inspired me now to share my life experiences with others, to help them to find their best path in life. So I'm here in front of you today just to show that we HIV positive long-term survivors are still thriving and surviving life. Never give up, no matter how hard it gets. Always fight to live, fight for life. And it makes me think of my first gay friend. My first friend, his name was Greg Moran. And we were best friends with benefits Yeah, it was like, he was the pretty boy, olive skinned boy with the pretty hair and stuff. And I was his not so attractive friend that would always wait, you know, like the ugly girl that waits for the good girl to get out, you know, come down from the champagne room and stops me after they finish tooting and everything, and then we come hang out. But anyway, I admired Greg because Greg got kicked out of his home for being gay. And came from a well-to-do family. And he said he'd rather live on the streets than deal with, you know, that kind of abuse that they were doing and disrespect. So, but he would work in the daytime as a secretary doing clerical work, and at night he moonlighted as a escort. So, so there was a lot going on there, and you know, I might have became positive from Greg. Greg is the first person that I know that got HIV, and it turned quickly into AIDS. And within 2 weeks, he said he had to go away to live with his grandmother in California. So he wanted to die with his grandmother, and so he asked me to keep his cat for him for 2 weeks, a cat named Hermes. And I kept the cat for like 2 weeks and finally heard from him, and he got where he needed to be, and I shipped the cat there. And that was the last I heard from him. So I always think about Greg, whatever became of Greg. And I always wanted to dedicate a dance to Greg. Dedicate a dance called the Gregory, okay? So it's kind of like windshield wipers. You think of windshield wipers going like that, but think about like one like that, then one like that, one like that, one like that. And it's with the feet, okay? So I would go like this and this. And this is how Gregory used to dance, so that's why I like it, the Gregory. So it's kind of like goes kind of like this. And then, you know, after you relax into it, then you can throw your arms in it and everything like that. So I want to dedicate a dance break for all of those we love and remember. This song called Remember. And it's by an artist, the Italian artist named Gino Sacchiro. I might not get that right. And it's from 1982. And it just says everything that we want to be today, we want to remember today. So if you will help me to celebrate the lives, our lives, as well as the lives of the people we love, and help me dance to this song called Remember. Remember how to play the song. Six always takes out of it. My technical system. I think I lost the connection. You bear with me, please. Gregory, y'all. Lift them up.
You're getting too happy now.
And we lift up the name of Jack Casey.
Yes, yes.
Remember.
Okay, Mike. There you go, Mike.
Remember you forever.